poppin' YouTube, man? We got this crazy video. Bro got caught snitching and he got caught lacking at a car wash and they killed him, bro. Tap in for this whole video because it's gonna get crazy here, man. Let's see what it's talking about.
Thank you. We're following breaking news now. The holiday weekend already off to a violent start. A man is dead after a shooting just off the I-70 exit ramp to Van Brunt.
Officers say they were in the area right around 6:30 when they heard gunshots. They were directed to a parking lot of a nearby car wash. Officers believe the victim either drove there or rolled there after being shot, but they were not able to save his life. Police are looking now for anyone who saw what happened and are checking nearby cameras for clues.
The younger you are, it's probably best to try to live an honest life out the gate, because no matter what, your past gonna get up with you. We just gotta chalk it up as life. Regardless, we all gotta pay that price. Family, today, we talk about a man who was arrested 8 times in 3 years. And on the 9th time he was arrested, he did 9 years in the feds. In the RICO, which we'll later discuss with this alleged gang. Apparently, because he kept getting out of jail on his state charges. We talking about the same man who was shot in the head immediately after visiting his co-defendant in jail to explain why he was home and he wasn't. A man who overcame all that to still be gunned down at 37 at his local car wash. You see what I mean by your past gonna get up with you? So before we go over this one, remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Born in the 80s in Kansas City, Missouri, was a kid who go by the name of Kevion Bayford, also known by his rap stage name as Two Guns Kiwi. Two Guns Kiwi mom had him while she was just a teenager herself. According to Two Gun Kiwi, he jumped in the streets at around 15 or 16. The Kansas City, Missouri rapper said he started rapping with his cousin in his aunt's basement in 2003. He said he took it lightly at first, but when he got arrested and charged with second-degree M in 2008, which we'll later discuss, he said he bonded out and dropped his first project, Rex and Rap Cats. And
So
then
he was rapping for 5 years and he dropped his first project.
he got shot in his mouth 6 months later and dropped his second album, Legend himself. Two Gun Kiwi first run-in with the law was on November 11, 2007. He was arrested for M based on a shooting from a vehicle following a disturbance at a Kansas nightclub. Surveillance at the nightclub, witness statements, and a police chase and crash of a shooting suspect vehicle, which led to the rapper arrest. Now his co-defendant was Richard Cooper. In 2013, he ended up getting life behind that shooting, and his friend ended up coming out to expose Two Gun Kiwi. But before we go over that, I couldn't confirm or deny this, but according to the rapper, he pled in a lesser charge for that case, and he spoke on that on a platform, Views from the Art. Check it out.
Yeah, so certain things that you was rapping on, I'm sure at a young age, you know, I guess in a sense, it kind of caught up with you later in life. Yeah, like for instance, like back in 2007, I seen that you were arrested for murder. Yeah.
Some homeboy shit. I was riding with my brother. We pulled up at this market and we was going to, I think we was going to get his baby mama from work. We was doing something. I don't know what we was doing. But we was coming to the stop sign to get on the highway. The police was in front of us, you know what I'm saying? But I'm assuming he seen us, because I forgot his name, but we knew who he was, he knew who we was, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew the police officer and shit, and he knew us. So he must have seen us, that's the only thing I could assume. But he go through the line like, cool, police gone, like we ain't gotta worry about that shit. When the light turned green, we get on the highway. When we get on the highway, this nigga basically cocked Ace Deuce, parked his police car, hit the sirens, and basically waving us down, like pull over, you know what I'm saying? Right. Knowing what I know now is probably because he seen me or seen him, and he like, oh, they got a warrant for murder or whatever, so, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go ahead and get them now. I'm not knowing what the fuck it was, you know what I'm saying? I know we got some weed in here, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got no license and shit, so I tell my brother, I'm like, go. Long story short, we had a high speed and shit. End up wrecking the car, you know what I'm saying? Get out, run. Get all the way to the house. I guess some lady that seen us wreck, you know what I'm saying, followed us to the house. So by the time we get to the house, we thinking we scot-free. About 5 minutes later, helicopters and shit pulling up, all type of police coming.
Once the helicopters pull up, they get the canine out, you ain't getting away, bro. The only possible way you're getting away if it's between shift change, bro. That's the only way, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Shit, so we end up going to jail. We go to jail. I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? You do a 24-hour investigation. It's like, shit, they gotta let us go. So after 24 hours is up, you know what I'm saying? They told my brother, like, go. I'm like, shit, I came with him. I can go too. They like, nah, you can't go. I'm like, why not? Like, we got you a second-degree murder, $250,000 bond, you know what I'm saying, all type of shit. And it just blew me because I'm just like, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get caught nowhere. I wasn't around nobody. So, you know what I mean? You know how that shit goes. Somebody had to tell on somebody.
Type shit.
Wait, whoa, what?
Nobody, so, you know what I mean? You know how that shit goes. Somebody had to tell on somebody.
Type shit.
Yeah, to tell somebody.
Type shit.
What?
Now, I would assume that shit charges was dropped.
No, so what I did was the dumbest shit. And that was the first thing that I feel like when I look at my life, like that I probably just didn't know no better. I should have went to trial. I could have went to trial and beat it. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get him to drop the charges. You know what I'm saying? My lawyer wanted an extra 10 grand to go to trial. You know what I'm saying? I paid him $7,500. You know what I'm saying? He said we could plead out at $7,500. So what we did was we played out on. Unlawful use of a firearm, you know what I'm saying? Some bullshit charge. 3 years probation with like a 15-year backup, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, 15-year.
And that's another thing, man, I had to learn the hard way, man. Nigga be so pressed about getting up out of jail that you would just take whatever. They tell you can go home, we'll give you 40 years probation. You're like, fuck it, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? And you go home and that shit'll come back and bite you in the ass.
40 years probation is wild, bro. You take that, that's crazy.
Now that's important because the following year, on November 24th, 2008, while Two Gun Kiwi was out on bond, he ended up visiting his co-defendant. Immediately after leaving the jail, he was shot in his mouth and he ended up surviving. This is what he had
the jailhouse.
say.
See my homeboy. We was on the same case, you know what I'm saying? I had bonded out, he was still in there. I went down there to visit him and shit, and just, you know what I mean? Because I know how this shit go. I was just in there, so, you know what I mean? I know when niggas come in through the visiting room, you see niggas and all that, and I made my way around to all the floors and shit, and just, you know, said what's up to the homie, said fuck you to the ops, you know what I mean? Did all type of honor shit. And then I stayed for 30 minutes visiting my nigga, so probably while I'm in here visiting him, somebody on the phone making a call, and when I left, just kind of, you know what I'm saying, I spent the block.
Screw the ops, this and that. See, they watching you, bro.
I spent the block and checked my surroundings and shit, and I still think about that because it's like, damn, if I would have just jumped right on the highway, you know what I'm saying, niggas probably would have been, you know what I mean, 20 seconds too late, you know what I'm saying. But I spent the block once and then spent it again and jumped on the highway, and it just happened like that, you know what I'm saying.
Now when Two Gun Kiwi got shot, while in the hospital bed, he stated the following to officers in regards to who shot him. Quote, even if I knew who shot me, I would not prosecute because I'm not a snitch or a rat, and I do not associate with rats. And my gang has kicked out rats in the past. He mentioned that
You told the police you was in a gang, bro? Why would you do that? That was dumb. Why would you tell the police he was in the gang?
He had been shot 3 times and that he was going to end the gang life so he didn't get shot and wouldn't have to shoot anyone else. Now, someone close to his co-defendant has spoke on that years later in 2013. Check it out.
Sure, Rick them good. You know what I mean? Make sure they straight. Kiwi made a statement. Kiwi made a statement. And his statement, word baited, is all I see was a chop with a banana clip and somebody with dreadlocks. Yeah, I understand the politics. Dion, the shade up, they already reaching out to me and trying to. Nah, I understand the politics. I know why he did it. You know what I mean? Y'all was trying to free, but what about my dog? What about Coop? He got 5 life sentences plus 5 50-year sentences, and they put the straps in that man's hand.
Wow.
That man was a college basketball player. Richard Cooper, he was like 23. He was a college basketball player, wrong, you know what I mean? But, so what happened was, the reason why it took so long for it to come out, and it's an old case from 07, Coop said in the county 10 years, he pleaded insanity. Jackson County, 10 years. Baking the crate, you know what I mean, doing all that so he could get his case back. He finally got slim. He been trying to go back and forth to court, sending me out here. I supposed to politic with this nigga. Two Gun supposed to do the right. Right. You know what I mean? Two Gun ain't worried about that. He ain't worried about that. So you know what I said? You know what? I see what See, it's a little secret. I'm from the trade. I grew up on the phone. Right. Well, rip case is Google. It's Google, on Google.
It's all online.
It's on Google. Google. Kevion Bilford. Kevion Terrell Bilford. Right now on Google. And it's not just one case. See, people didn't know when they went to the feds because they all cousins and brothers and homies that was indicted together. So they didn't tell about all the. You type his name in on Google, the very first case is federal indictment. Why did they get indicted? Wasn't nobody snitching on them. They was young jits clout chasing. They had cameras, recording each other, whipping up dope, recording, selling guns. It's all on Google.
Right, so it's all
That's
there.
crazy.
But that's why I just said, you know what? I'm not about to even. I did what I was supposed to do for my man's, because my man's gonna be in there forever. He never, ever coming home. You know what I mean? I did what I did, stayed in my peace, but I'm not about to go back and forth with a rat. Because if they try to disqualify that and his shit all on Google, tell Dion and Deshae to produce that paperwork on Tyrone Brown.
Oh, he said produce the paperwork.
You see what I'm saying? That y'all started that rumor on that boy all the way back in 07. I can't speak on nobody else.
Right.
I'm talking about that case that y'all put on Bird, Dio, and Deshae, and y'all still never produced paperwork over 13, 14 years.
That's crazy.
But y'all got the nerve to try to justify why somebody, nah, ain't none of that. And I'm not agreeing with it.
But after that second arrest, between 2009 and 2011, he was arrested 6 times. And every time, he had drugs and a firearm on him. But in February of 2011, after saying that the state can't do nothing with Two Gun Kiwi, the feds had stepped in. Two Gun Kiwi was one of 7 members of the alleged Click Clack gang who were charged in connection with the conspiracy to distribute CC and have illegal firearms. According to his indictment, the individuals identified themselves as part of the Trey Wall gang and also as members of the Click Clack gang, which is a smaller subset of those identified with the Trey Wall gang. Law enforcement investigation determined that the Trey Wall criminal street gang got its start at Central High School, which is on 33rd Street. The genesis of its name, the 3s from the Trey, and the wall is the reference to a virtual wall. They also say that the origin of the Click Clack gang isn't as clear, but the name comes from the sound of the cocking of a firearm. They say it should be noted that in Kansas City, unlike in most other urban environments, it is not unusual for one person to claim one membership or be accepted as a member in multiple criminal street gangs. Now, he was sentenced to 12 years, but he only did 9. And when he came home, he dropped the biggest song of his career and mentioned the Click Clack gang once again. The song was released 4 years ago. It was titled Vent, with over 1 million views and counting.
I'm just trying to make that money back, a couple hundred stacks. Lost track a long time ago. Drove my mama crazy, but maybe.
Since the Kansas City rapper has been
9 years though.
He made a number of music videos, dropped a number of projects, and he also did some interviews displaying his growth. But as we all know, fam, cause you change don't mean your enemy changed. And of course, revenge don't have a date on it.
Everybody hold grudges and they ain't gonna let it go. Once they opt, they always an op. I swear to God. Whenever you catch them, it'll be 5 days, 5 years, 5 minutes, 30, 20 months. Wherever you catch him, it's up, bro.
It's 4 years since being released after having an attempt on his life, surviving a face shot. Friday, May 24th, 2024, at around 6:30 p.m., officers in the area of 31st and Van Burt Boulevard heard multiple gunshots near North. Officers indicated that a witness in the area directed them to a pickup truck at a nearby car wash. Inside, they found an adult male with an apparent gunshot wound and began to take life-saving measures as EMS arrived and took over. However, first responders said they were unable to save the victim, and on Saturday, he was identified as 37-year-old Kevion Bilford. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. As of now, no one is arrested. A preliminary investigation found the shooting happened at an intersection just off the exit of eastbound 170 to Van Burnt. Police said that the victim was unable to drive the short distance before the truck rolled into the car wash. The younger you are, it's probably best to try to live an honest life out the gate. Because no matter what, your past gonna get up with you. We just gotta chalk it up as life. Regardless, we all gotta pay that price. Family, today, we talk about a man who was arrested 8 times in 3 years. And on the 9th time he was arrested, he did 9 years in the feds. And the RICO, which we'll later discuss with this alleged gang. Apparently, because he kept getting out of jail on his state charges. We talking about the same man who was shot in the head immediately after a very unfortunate situation. Revenge really don't have
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
a date on it, man. Talking about a man who had to overcome every obstacle possible to still lose his life in the worst way. Want to send love and prayers to his family and especially his kids.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's crazy, bro. Y'all think he snitched though? Cause like I wasn't talking a lot because I was processing all the information saying. Cause like when it comes to these cases, bro, it get real serious. You gotta really listen and pay attention to every detail. You hear me? Like, you feel what I'm saying, man? I don't know if he snitched, bro. I done seen a lot of people get arrested. It depends what his charges was, this and that. But the last time he did 9 years though, so it all just depends. But like, I don't know if he snitched or not. You feel me? If he did, he had a 12-year sentence. He did 9. He probably had 3 years probation. I don't think he snitched. I'm not too sure, man. I'm not there. I'm not on the streets. But bro, the other dude, we say he snitched. He said they snitched on themselves because they had the camera footage and everything. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let me know how you feel about this video, man. Like and share, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell. Let me know if y'all want more of these on the channel. You hear me? I'm gone to sound y'all. Shout out the family, man.